welcome back to the bench. This is episode 6, I believe, of the Italieri 124th fire truck conversion to a Northern Ireland generic patrol vehicle. Now, I got a little bit carried away when I was doing a few bits on this, and I also forgot to record as I was going along. So, first of all, apologies for kind of jumping a little bit in front. So, as you can see, we're now fixing stuff to the chassis, and it is looking a little bit nice now. So that's the chassis and everything in place. I think I might have to do an alteration because that is looking a bit wrong, but I'm not entirely sure what I've done in there, but I don't know, it could be right. I have to double check that, but I kind of think I might have done something a little bit wrong. If you're wondering why there's still some Tamiya masking tape on there, I did write on there which the numbers of the seats as they came off the sprue, just in case there was a particular order for them to go on when fixing them to the floor area of the cab section. And from what I can remember, no, there wasn't. So not to worry, but it is coming together. There's some paintwork that's got to be done. I've still got to go around here with the same colour as the chassis, and I'm also going to do a little bit of weathering it up a little bit as well. So that's still to be done. There's some weathering that needs to be done around here as well. So although I've sort of moved on a little bit, I haven't moved on that much because I did sort of catch myself and I thought, I better stop. So I did. Now, so put that over there. Now, I've given this a coat of Tamiya NATO green and decided that it was a little bit too green, and I can try and show you what I mean with this. This is NATO green from Tamiya out of the bottle, and as you can see, it is quite a bright green, whereas this is the same colour, but I've put one of my own filters on it. Herein lies the next problem. I know that when I mixed up this filter, what did I use? I used Vallejo brown, was it dark brown or just brown? Well, they're both dark brown. Idiot. There we go, brown. So I used brown, and I think I put about 10 drops out of here into one of these, just an ordinary little shot glass or a shot container or whatever you want to call it, but one of them. And then I put in a couple of drops of dark grey, which kind of made this a dark, dirty wash, which is what I was looking for. But I also put in 10 drops of distilled water along with 2 or 3 drops of Vallejo flow improver, and then shot it through the airbrush at somewhere between 10 and maybe 12 psi. It was a very soft flow. I didn't want it to come out ragingly fast. And then all I've done is I've just gone over the sides, the top and the other side, and pulled the colour down. Now hopefully, as I did in rehearsal, I got my rehearsal. Yeah, okay, I tried this a bit earlier. Now hopefully you can see what I'm trying to get at now. I'm trying to get this not to look like this, which I've succeeded. This is the first stage of trying to make this look a bit worn and a bit grubby. What's going to come next is there's a small dent line where the putty hasn't quite come close to filling it completely, which is not a problem because I can use this as a where the weather has got at the join, and we can put some dots of different colours of oils and so on. We can start pulling them down to give it that look that the rain has got in there and it has pulled out the rust and the dirt and the grime and everything else, and we can just pull those down. Here it's slightly roughened up, so that you can do a little weathering of some sort there. Have quite a bit of fuel spillage down here, and then pretty much the same on this side where it's, I don't know, it's not going to come out on camera, but believe me, there's a little bit here that I can work with. There's a little bit there. Now I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up, but there's what's left of a small dent there, so we can do a bit of weathering around there as well, and just make this look decidedly more beaten. I've still got to do the dirty wash on here, but there's still a few more bits and pieces that I need to do. I've gone over with some black grey under here. These bits where it's come off, I probably will go over it again, but no one's ever going to see it, so. And I've given it a good, hopefully a good spray inside, so it's not really coming out on camera, but believe me, underneath the lights that I've got pointing down on this, it's looking okay. So that is the rear end. The front end is still in need of a second coat of NATO green. As you can see, I did really well here. I've completely missed this bit, and yeah, so we've got to go over it again. I've got to get some mesh to go in these, and I've got to build up a little bit of a protective cover, which I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do about that. A little bit of research and a little bit of looking to see what's going on. I made up this little aerial stand. Just a little bit of brass tubing, just to give it a kind of a telescopic look to it. A couple of small squares of plastic rod put together, or boxing put together, and then some angled plastic just to make up the frame, and then stuck in place. And then to give it the welded look, I've used a little bit of Tamiya putty rolled into extremely thin sausages and then squidged in there and got out with the knife. So that is pretty much where I am on this particular build. I'm just going to pause for a second. So the other bits and pieces that I've been up to is I've now painted the meshing that will go over, or might not necessarily be over, the windscreen. It might be laid down across the top of the bonnet. I'm not sure how that's going to go, but that's now been painted. But again, I've still got that extra wash bit to do on it, so it brings it down. I've done the wheels, but I need to go over them again because I've just noticed that somehow I've managed to knock some paint off here and here, and I'm not entirely sure how I've managed to do that. So again, a little dab on here, and then the same treatment does on there to go on the wheels and everywhere else. The doors, I've still got this end part to fill in and finish off, and probably, I think, run some down there just so that it gives it a proper seal, and do the same down here as well. And I think I've got to do that on both. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, half a job. Yeah, typical. So that's the job that I've got to get on with, and yeah, I'm going to need to repaint that again. So, but it's moving along now. All the work that I've done on this front bumper, that I thought was the only bumper that was supplied in the kit, upon looking further at what's left on the sprues, I've found a different front bumper that I can use. So this is surplus to need, so that goes in. That's gone in my little Greeblies drawer, so I might use that for something else. What, I don't know at the moment. So there you are. You're about as up to date with this as I am. It's moving along. I hope you're enjoying watching this as much as I'm enjoying making this, because it is a great deal of fun doing something completely different with a kit that wasn't supposed to be built in the way that I'm doing it. So I think for now I'm going to wrap this one up. I'm going to get this all edited and put up onto YouTube so that you guys can see it on Friday. And I shall do some still shots and tag them on at the end of the video so that you can have a closer look. So when the slideshow comes up, if you want to pause and have a closer look, then please do. So with that, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notifications bell. And it remains for me to say, I will see you in episode 7. And don't forget, stay safe, stay well. Cheers then. Hello and welcome to the slideshow. Please feel free to pause on any of the photos as we move through them and take a longer look. Just leave me to say thank you very much for watching and enjoy the photos.